Hello there, everyone. My name is Aaron Burr, and welcome to the We All Can Change podcast, where I help others heal the earth to live a more fulfilled and healthier life. I do all this in a pretty non-extreme and not too serious way. Seriously. All right, today we're talking about transportation. Yeah, how do you get to and from places? Whether that be work, to school, to your home, to the weekly yogurt meeting that you go to talk about, the latest and greatest on plant-based yogurts. How are you getting around? Jetpack, car, bike, rollerblades, scooters, maybe a piggyback ride? How do you get around? So I'm going to be talking about the impacts of how we are getting around, the impacts of our forms of transportation, and also what we can do right now to reduce those footprints of transportation that we have, how we can have a better impact, and what we can do in the future. So there's right now, resources are limited at times, and sometimes we are stuck with the transportation that we have. Or sometimes we're in a position that we can make a change. So you got to be honest with yourself and decide where you're at. We can always do something right now, and then there's always lots to do in the future soon. So I'll be going over how we can benefit from those changes, as well as my experience with being car-free for about 1 year now. Yeah, like pretty much right at 1 year. So kind of a good time to do this, I guess. Perfect. So transportation is one of the top 3 things that we can do to have a massive impact on the planet individually. It's in that group with family size, diet. Yeah, so transportation's in there somewhere. I don't really know which one's the most effective, but yeah, transportation's in there. It's responsible for 28% of greenhouse gas emissions in the U.S. Excuse me. That's not including agriculture, transportation, and construction equipment. So that's just like, I don't know, light-duty trucks, light-duty cars, transportation-esque stuff, moving bodies around. It accounts for 15% greenhouse gas emissions globally. So 15 globally, 28% in the U.S. I was going to do a couple other countries, but figured that would suffice because, I don't know, for right now, most of my audience is from the U.S., and we think that the U.S. is the world anyways, so it is. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. So greenhouse gases, yeah, they are what causes climate change, right? The greenhouse effect. When it's cold outside and your car is sitting in the hot sun, not hot sun, but just regular sun, because the sun is always hot, it will be typically warmer than the outside temperature. It's because the sun rays come in, they warm that puppy up, and that heat stays in there because of, glass and metal trapping it in. So kind of same thing with the planet. All right, now that I've decided and declared that climate change is real, and now that you know it's real, we can move on. Because I know that everyone, if you're listening to this, if you say you don't believe in this stuff, I know that you do, and I know that you care, and it's just tough to give in to a group that's not giving you the opportunity, maybe, right? We're kind of backing people into walls and kicking and screaming and saying that these people are terrible people for what they believe in, right? And so why would they want to change? Why would they want to join a group that's not allowing them to really to join in the end? I mean, So hey, I'm holding out my hand to you. I'm not judging you. I'm just saying you're wrong. I'm just kidding. All right, so yeah, things like driving, taking a bus, flying, the stuff that we order to have shipped to our homes, all this stuff has an impact on our transportation footprint, right? So yeah, how else you get around, however you get around is it has an impact, right? So cool. Now that we know that it's important, 15% globally, 28% in the US, these are big chunks. This is a big thing that we can just like kind of tackle right now without waiting for our government, sitting around posting things on Facebook about our government not doing anything, and we can do stuff right now. So let's begin. What can we do right now? I would just say go car free. Yeah, even if your commute's like 20 miles, 30 miles, 40 miles away, just drop your car and just figure it out. Fuck it. Or I've got a better option. Just buy a Tesla. Yeah. Go into a bunch of debt and buy a Tesla that, it's a status symbol, and you'll be paying bills on it for years, and you'll be locked down and won't be able to travel or really enjoy things because you'll be in a bunch of debt. So you could do that too. I'm totally kidding. I went car free, but certainly you don't have to. We'll get into that stuff later. But let's see. What can we do right now? Walk and bike whenever possible. Yeah. There are people that are very far away from the places they commute, but there's also things typically that they are close to that they can bike or walk to. Mileage wise, I'll typically walk like anything that's like a mile or two, I guess, and then bike anything over that under like I guess my biggest commute I would ever do would be like 15 miles. Anything over 15 miles, I'd probably have to figure something out, either move or find public transit, hopefully, or get a car, or just spend the money on Uber or Lyft or whatever. Yeah. Or carpool for sure. So yeah, a part of that is really just distinguishing. Really all of this is distinguishing between what's impossible and what's just us being lazy, right? and sometimes it's not even laziness. Sometimes it's just like picking your battles, right? We're doing so many things. So many things are taking up our time, brain space. And so what can we do? What can't we do? Be honest with ourselves. Just because we have a 50-mile commute doesn't really mean that we can't do anything to help. Just because we have to drive doesn't mean that we can't do nothing. Did I say can't do anything just before? That's okay. We'll move on. So yeah, distinguish between impossible and laziness. Ride public transit when available. So a lot of places, like including where I am in northern Michigan, it's not too accessible. I know that they're expanding, and actually by my house, there's plenty of buses to come by, and it's always coming by my house. So I'm in a nice spot, but I know that that's not the case for a majority of people in my area, and so that's changing though. If you have access to light rail or any sort of rail like that, that's the best, just because it's typically run on electricity. Buses are better. Buses are next down the line. So rail is best, then buses, then I don't know, piggyback rides probably. Yeah. Other option right now is to carpool. Figure out with your friends or coworkers or colleagues. Let's save some money. Let's save some gas emissions, and let's save some stress, right? You can kind of lighten the load and not have to sit in traffic every day. Instead, sit in traffic 2 days a week or 3 days a week, right? Pretty cool. Carpool whenever possible. Plus, it just lets you connect with people and be with people a little bit better, or learn, or kind of multitask and stuff like that too. So yeah. Also, if you're going on like a short flight, you can also get on a train instead. possibly, if that's a viable option, if there's a train that goes to your destination. If it's a shorter flight, yeah, train. I mean, I love trains. They're my favorite thing in the whole wide world, except for everything else that I also love. No, I do love trains a lot, though. Like, hands down, I will try and pick a train flight over a plane flight any day. Right now, Amtrak's pretty slow, like crossing an entire continent, but they're pretty fun for sure. And I mean, especially if you're, looking to fly from like something, say, I don't know, San Fran to LA or DC to New York, maybe check out a train because it's pretty nice train rides, and Amtrak's great company. And so yeah, try that out. Cool. If you do have to fly, you can also fly direct flights. Most of the gas and fuel and energy used on flights is for takeoff. So once you're in the air, it's better. So minimize, landings and takeoffs and try and fly more direct. That'll save a lot of fuel, a lot of energy for sure. Direct flights. Other things you can do right now. Get rid of that lead foot. Yeah. Easy on that gas pedal there, buddy. What did it ever do to you? No, I definitely drove like that too. Like I had like a nice Mazda 3 and it was a fun car. So I just be zipping out of stoplights and turning corners really fast and running through traffic and stuff. It was fun. But that changed too because I like kind of started to dig in on fuel efficiency and stuff, and you can save if you brake very slowly to a stop, and then if you start off from a stop very slowly, you can save about 30% in fuel cost and 30% or so in gas mileage. So pretty crazy. Yeah, so stopping slow, starting slow, and then driving slower. I mean, sometimes obviously like you have to get on a freeway, right? Because it's just quicker. But you definitely start to lose a decent amount of your miles per gallon once you start going over 60. So that's something to keep in mind. Basically act like there's an egg between your foot and the gas pedal, and you'll save some money, you'll save the environment, and you might save your life by kind of being a little bit more zen about your driving. I was the same way though, but then I just sold my car. So yeah. That's pretty much it. Yeah, for doing right now. There's more we can do, I'm sure, but yeah, those are the main things. They're like the most effective things we can do for sure. Okay, what can we do later on? Yeah. So when we're considering a new place to move, find a central location. Yeah. I mean, find something that's located very, very close proximity to your work, groceries, your gym that you go to, anything that you commute to on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis. Try and just centralize it all. That typically makes it more expensive, so it makes it tough. I get it, but try your best, and I think it'll be worth it. It'll save you time in the end because of commute times. Time is money after all, so you're paying extra for time. You definitely save money not commuting as much or as long of distance, and you also save the planet, of course. Also, choose something that has access to public transit. So some cities are really great, like Seattle or probably Portland, Salt Lake City. Some cities suck for public transit. So yeah, choose that. That way, you can kind of get less centrally located if the money just isn't right. Like if the rent is just too much centrally, you can kind of get away from that a little bit and then still have some nice public transit to get on a light rail or get on a bus for sure. And then, I mean, the best thing of course is to walk and bike. I mean, whenever possible. So if you like, the best thing to do is find a home or an apartment that you can walk and bike everywhere. that that is the most ideal and most sustainable for sure. Absolutely. And I know that's tough and sometimes unrealistic, but try it out. Just explore, and this is all about the future anyways. So we're talking about what we can do later on. So can always plan for it. If we just say we can't do it, we won't be able to. So dig in, do some research if you're looking to move soon, or for when you do move. So when it's time for a new car, you can also buy one that is way more fuel efficient, or a hybrid, if not electric. If you can't do an electric car, get a hybrid car. Fuel efficiency, huge. You'll save money, you'll save the planet, and you'll save time by not going to the gas station as much. Electric cars definitely have less maintenance for sure. Less moving parts. No engine or anything. Pretty much the main electric car that I've found that's like a viable, affordable option for me personally is like the Nissan Leaf. And it's pretty affordable, but the mileage is like right around 100 miles. So not too bad if you stay pretty centrally located next to all your things, or if you stay sort of close to all your stuff, and then you don't need to do a whole lot of road trips, then that car is great. Yeah, for sure. There's plenty of cars like that are even less mileage than that if you're looking just for an all-around around town car, basically. And plus, if the biggest commute you have is to your work and it's like 50 miles, you just figure out a place to park your car when you work, and that's piece of cake, right? Plug your car in at home, plug your car in at work. That's your biggest commute. Then 90 miles is easy to have a car for sure. Yeah, Nissan Leaf. I'm not sponsored. I've never owned it, but I don't know. If I got a car again, it would have to be electric, and it'd probably be one of those or something like that. Or if Tesla's just like dropped their price completely or something like that. Completely, I mean like zero. I'm just kidding. No, I'd pay some money for a Tesla, but yeah, not right now. Not really worth it. Not really worth it to buy a car in general at all, for me. So yeah, go hybrid, go electric, but increase that gas mileage for sure. Or you could go car free altogether. Yeah, if you're ready to take the plunge, and you're kind of commuting pretty close by all the time, and you're kind of ready for a little adventure, go car free. Go bike, get a bike or walk, or ride public transit if you have that accessible. A lot of people don't have that, and so we should definitely be taking advantage of it, and we should expand the demand for the market, because it'll only get better from there if we do. So yeah, if you're ready to go for car free, I've got some tips for you when I start talking about that for sure. And then also push your city to improve and expand public transit. Also, centralized affordable housing for sure is a huge thing. Putting in affordable housing in nice locations that are close to things and stuff like that. So yeah, push your city, push your town, push your local government to do that stuff. That is what we can do later on. So why would we do all this? Sure, the planet benefits, but how do we benefit? Yeah. Let me try and explain. Oh, stress. Yeah. Wow. I feel stressed right now. Just kidding. I've got like some tea to my left, some kombucha to my right. It's a nice rainy day. I am stress-free right now. And I'm talking to all you, hopefully. This will be talking to you tomorrow, technically, but hey, anyways, stress relief. Yeah. Stress relief and health benefits of walking and biking places. Oh, when I am stressed or shit's going down and not really going to plan, I will just go bike. And for some reason, it's even better than walking for me. I just like going riding. I'll just go down. There's a local single track, like a half a mile from my house. I'll just go ride on that, or just ride on the road, or just ride on concrete and whatnot. So the stress relief and health benefits of commuting to your locations by bike and walking. Oh, it's amazing, right? I mean, talk about just like fitting in nice exercise and fitting in a fun thing to do in your day every single day. That's great. Definitely. Cool. Nothing more to say about that. More downtime by taking public transit. So if you have access to buses or trains, you've got that nice downtime to get shit done. Listen to an amazing podcast by an amazing person named Aaron Burr, or you could read. You could catch up on work. You could do your passion project on the bus or train. Catch up on stuff. Use that downtime, right? Downtime's good. Less stress from traffic, that's for sure. Yeah, so, I mean, I freaking hate sitting in traffic. It's just like, oh, it's one of my worst. It's one of the least favorite things I enjoy. Yeah. Wait, least favorite things I enjoy. No, that's not right. It is the least enjoyable things in my life. Yeah. Yeah. But luckily, I've been car free for a year, so that's good. Yeah, I mean you'll have those good feelings. You'll have them good feels from bettering the planet, bettering yourself, and bettering the people around you, not smogging up their lungs. You'll have them good feels. You'll feel good about yourself. This is really all just a selfish thing to do, right? We're not looking for benefits to save the planet. We want to feel good. We want to feel healthy, and we want to, be better than everyone else. So them good feelings. Yeah, superiority. I bike everywhere. I'm better than you. Another benefit is I think I talked about this already. Less maintenance on cars if you have an electric car or a car alternative, right? Like a bike or walking. There's going to be less maintenance on those things if you don't have a car, right? Yeah, I mean, if you don't have an engine in your car, if you have an electric car and you have a battery, there's less moving parts, so less stuff to work on, less things to break. And then if you're biking, bikes are definitely way easier to fix, way cheaper to fix, and they probably break less, maybe. Yeah, I'm not sure about that, but they probably do. I'm actually pretty certain they probably break less. And then your body, if you're healthy, and I mean, you definitely will be healthy if you're biking and walking everywhere, but it'll probably break less than your car. And I mean, fixing your body isn't cheap, but yeah, so that'll probably be less maintenance on your body compared to a car. Yeah, so less maintenance, and then saving money. Ooh, that's a big one. Yeah, who cares? Who gives a shit about our health benefits, right? What's our wallet looking like? Okay, get into the important stuff. Yeah, you can save like $1,000 annually by increasing your miles per gallon by 12. And then, I mean, as that goes up, savings will go up. So 1,000 annually, 12 miles per gallon. You can save more than 9,000 annually by switching to public transit. So if you have that accessible, use it. There's a lot of people in the US and in the world that don't have access to these things, right? They're in rural areas. They aren't centrally located because it's not affordable or whatnot. So you can save a lot of money there. And yeah, I mean, money. And then maintenance costs, all right? I mean, God, I think the U.S. government, basically, they budget for, well, I guess we shouldn't really rely on U.S. budgets, right? Since we're in like trillions of dollars in debt. But they budget for 50 cents per mile, it looks like. So every mile you drive is technically 50 cents after fuel, tires, and then maintenance costs. Basically, they budget for that. So yeah, you're spending 50 cents per mile with maintenance and tires and parts and gas. So that's a lot, right? It's a lot of money. And so, maybe we should drive less if we want to save some money. Interesting. Yeah, it's weird. Weird how that works. Yeah, save money. Let's talk about my excursion into the 1 year car free life. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm going to be going on continuing this for quite some time, for probably maybe forever. I mean, it's been pretty easy, to be honest. It hasn't been fully easy, but it's been pretty easy, but not completely easy. Yeah, so I've been car free for 1 year. Last May, I sold it to go travel. I hitchhiked across the U.S. and up the West Coast. Did some trains. Even found a cheap flight, so I did that too. But yeah, I did a lot of hitchhiking. Did a lot of trains. I love Amtrak, and so I sold my car to kind of fund that trip. But also, I knew I wanted to get rid of my car anyways, so it wasn't just for that reason. It was just a nice excuse to get rid of it. So I sold it, and that was all during my mini awakening, I call it. This was during all the health bullshit that was going on, and made me realize what I wanted to do in life, and I knew that I hated every single time I went to the gas station. Every single time I would sit in traffic. Every single time I'd have to drive somewhere, I'd just be like, oh, God, here we go again. So I finally aligned myself with those feelings and aligned myself with that value that I had, and sold my car. And yeah, I mean, it's been good. It's been tough sometimes. I ended up settling in Seattle. Most of that time was traveling, so I didn't really need a car anyways. I was getting on trains, I was hitchhiking, I was getting rides from people I met at hostels. So I didn't really need a car during that. But then when I settled into Seattle. A big part of that was that the public transit was really good. Yeah, they have some pretty good bus systems. They put in a light rail. And so, I mean, I got around easy with the bus. It was great. The bus was I could throw a rock to the bus stop from my apartment. So that was awesome. That was amazing. Some more things went down where health-wise, where I had to move back to Florida real quick. And so, I mean, I was kind of out in the middle of nowhere compared to where my friends were and where all the things I wanted to do were. So yeah, I had to borrow my parents' car definitely a lot. So that was not an ideal situation. And if I were to be in a situation where I could plan where that situation was okay, my life is needing to be put on hold. I need to be back here real quick. Kind of had to sacrifice my values a little bit to get things taken care of. So I had to drive way more than I wanted to. I was still driving less than the average American for sure. But yeah, still driving way more than I wanted to. And so I did that for a little bit. But other than that little stint, it's pretty easy to bike everywhere and to pick areas that are great for public transit and buses and whatnot. And honestly, it feels good being able to kind of carpool more. Definitely, I love being able to just get in a car with friends instead of by myself, and that way, they feel good helping me out because they typically know that I don't have a car, and I feel good helping the planet, and then I feel good giving back in some way to them for helping me out. So yeah, it kind of creates this nice little bonding situation, right? In the car and then in life too. They're helping you out, and you can find a way to help your friends out too by carpooling with them. So yeah. Yeah, I mean, sometimes wow, there's a big garbage truck. Actually, it's a recycling truck, but still very loud. I'm gonna wait. No, I'm gonna push through. Yeah, I mean, sometimes I bike in the rain. You know, it kind of sucks, but I like the rain. Sometimes I bike in the cold. That gets cold. Yeah. So, but hey, I mean, it's part of it. You know, sometimes your car breaks down, and that really sucks. I mean, if you just plan for the rain, like pack a waterproof bag of some sort with a change of clothes, or if you pack warm clothes, it's great. So yeah, all in all, it's a great situation. I'm gonna wait for this dump truck to pass by me. All right, it's gone. Yeah, I mean, where was I? Yeah. So, I mean, basically, you must make sure that you can get around easily where you are, whether it's by bike, by car, by public transit. It's all about planning ahead and setting yourself up to be more sustainable, right? I mean, if we're just like, oh, I'm gonna eat plant-based and hey, let's start right now, and you have no plan, and then you go out and you don't really know what's plant-based and what's not, and then you're in a situation where that's all there is meat or dairy, you're gonna be fucked. So so it's all about planning, right? Everything is about planning and setting yourself up for success, right? So when I move places, I have to make sure that I'm nearby everything, that I'm able to bike or walk, or if those aren't available, if they're too far away, I have to be able to bus or take a train or something. So yeah, I mean, there's also car rentals now, like car share programs, where if you want to take a quick little trip that's kind of far away, you can just rent a car real quick through those apps and stuff. It doesn't have to be. Excuse me, just had a really big burp. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like a typical car rental. It can be like through those apps, those car share programs. Zipcar is one of them, I think. I don't know, but yeah, I've never had to do that yet. But yeah, I've always had friends there that are happy to go on trips with me and stuff. So that's always worked out. And so yeah, I know those car rentals are always there. It's way easier than I expected, honestly. I thought it would be kind of stressful and kind of impact my life in a bad way more so. I didn't really think that. I guess I was more so just worried about it. I was scared of that. I was afraid of that happening. But no, it way easier than I thought. It feels amazing not having insurance bills, gas costs, maintenance costs. I'm saving a bunch of money for sure. And so also no debt from paying for a car, the car price and everything like that. No debt from that. And above all, my favorite thing is the freedom to get up and walk away, like the freedom to pack a couple bags and go move across the world if you want to, right? You don't have all this stuff and all these big things lugging you around. I'm talking weird today. All these big things you are lugging around, and all these big things holding you down. Yeah, I mean, just because you need a car, if you do need a car, like, you don't have to be as crazy as me and go car free. Although it's not too crazy, actually, I will say that. But if you are in a situation where you're like, no way, like I am 20 miles away and there's no buses, no trains, I have to fucking drive. So that's okay. Just because you need a car isn't a reason to not do anything, right? And that's commonly a way out, right? That's what I hear a lot. It's like, oh, I could never go vegetarian. That's what I hear all the time. That's how everyone is, right? I could never exercise every day. And you don't have to. Like, you don't have to be vegetarian. You don't have to be car free to make an impact. I mean, I just went over a bunch of stuff we can do right now, and a lot of it wasn't selling your car, right? A lot of it was doing a lot of things that didn't involve going car free. But I mean, obviously the best way to have an impact and to reduce your footprint is to go car free and set yourself up to live in that way. And I think you'll have some crazy, crazy benefits just beyond feeling good about the planet and whatnot, just beyond saving money. I think you'll feel lighter, and you'll start to realize what the minimalist guys are talking about. Start to realize it. Even they have a car though, right? They drive. I mean, they probably don't drive as much now because they live in LA, but they still have cars and stuff. So yeah, that's not the point about getting rid of all your stuff, right? It's about living a more deliberate life in line with your values. And so if it's just way out of any possibility to sell your car, then maybe don't sell it. But if you could, hey, cheers to you. Yeah, I mean, I'm here to show that we don't have to be extreme, right? We don't have to do all these crazy extreme things. That's the whole point of we all can change. Wow, we all can change is to do all these things, and I can show you how to do them in a non-extreme and not too serious way. Seriously. But I'm not here to tell you that you don't have to change, because we do have to change. Like there's some shit going down, and we all know about it, and we have to make some changes, right? There's some things we are going to have to do. And so that's what I'm kind of afraid of, is that I don't want to be too, oh, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay that you're 5 miles away from your house. That is a long time. That is a far distance. You shouldn't sell your car. You should drive every day. You know, I'm afraid of getting too much like that. So I do have to say that I'm not telling you don't have to change. We do have to. I'm sorry. You know, but we don't have to do it in a way that changes who we are. We don't have to do it in a way that restricts us, right? We don't have to focus on what we're giving up. We can focus on positive change and focus on how we benefit, right? We can focus on abundance and abundance over restrictions, right? Fuck restrictions. Yeah, cool. Well, sell your car or buy a Tesla. Those are my two options I have for you. We can't do anything else. That's basically what I have to say. That's it. Yeah. Hey, what's new with We All Can Change? Let's see. Oh, I got a Patreon page. Oh, shit. Yeah, Patreon. It is a way for people, my audience, you, to support the work I do by signing up for like a monthly membership, basically. And you get these things in return. It's not just like a strict donation, right? It's like a benefits thing too, which is cool. So I set up these tiers, right? It's a $2 tier, $5 tier, $10 tier. Those are basically just memberships. I don't know why they call them tiers, but I get it. I get the word tier. But I would call it memberships. I'm just kidding. I like Patreon. And so you get different benefits by choosing different tiers. And so the more you donate monthly, the more you get in return. So yeah, pretty cool. There's stuff like, it's really a lot of it's focused on me connecting with my audience better. And so kind of being a little bit more personable. I'll be releasing more exclusive Patreon content, and also, someone's at the door. Hang on. Brief intermission. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Yeah, so Patreon, cool. You can sign up on whatever tier you prefer, $2 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month. You can even increase the amounts with whatever tier you choose. So if you choose a $2 tier, you can also do a $3 tier if that makes more sense to you. but you'll still be getting the $2 tier benefits. If you choose the $5 tier, you can choose to do like $6 or $8. If you do the $10 tier, you can do $200 a month. No, but really, I appreciate the support. Thank you so much. It's a way for me to pay the bills. It's a way for me to keep my stuff advertisement free, and it allows me to serve you in better ways. Yeah, I'll be able to expand my knowledge and expand what I have to offer, basically. So I appreciate that so much. Thank you. What else is new? Let's see here. Ooh, I decided on a day to release my podcast episode, and that is on Thursdays. So every single Thursday morning, a new podcast episode will be uploaded to wherever you listen to podcasts. Yeah, sweet. Yeah, I just like Thursdays. I don't know. It's just something about them. They're not quite Friday, so they're kind of underrated. But they have this thing to them, right? Because you get to Thursday, and if you work Monday through Friday, then you're like, oh yeah, Thursday. Yeah, tomorrow's Friday. Not too bad. People are typically tired maybe by then, but there's some hope. There's some hope left. So I'm honestly terrified to feel like that, working 9 to 5 Monday through Friday. But I don't know. I don't think it's the worst thing. And so I love Thursdays. Yeah, so I'm going to do podcast episode every Thursday. Also, new additions to the website are coming out. Yeah. Ooh. All I have to say is the drop-down title, not the page name, but like the drop-down title, which will be several pages, will be called ACT. The name will be ACT. That's all I got to say. Pretty badass. It's going to be sweet. We're going to make some changes, and things are going to go down. The world is going to change before we know it. Awesome. So, hey, if you enjoyed this episode, please share it around. You can also donate to fund my work by either donating directly to my PayPal account or now on Patreon. You can receive benefits such as more personalized content, Q&As, etc. So this keeps my bills paid, allows me to continue learning better ways to serve you, as well as keep me advertisement free. So seriously, thank you so much for supporting me. I'm incredibly grateful to be able to do this as a job. So thank you. If you are looking to stay updated on when new episodes or blog posts come out, you can sign up for a weekly update on what's new. Yeah, no clutter, not ever, just one episode. I'm sorry, not episode, just one email every Sunday morning. Yeah, it's like Sunday morning church, or it's like, what do I usually say? I actually forgot. Sunday morning church. Oh, or also like a Sunday paper. Or it's just like a regular email, whichever you prefer. Yeah, just one email every Sunday to keep us updated. Yeah, you can just head over to weallcanchange.com and enter your email at the top of any page, and you will be updated on things that are important. Maybe not to you, but to me. No, they'll be important to you if you're signing up. I guess you'll probably care, right? Hey, thank you so much again for all your support, for sharing my work, and for listening in. Hey, take care and enjoy your new jetpack that you're going to take around instead of your car. See ya.